One shot, just one shot. That's all right. Give us one more shot on goal, on target.
Just load up the box.
One more shot on target.
Don't play it short or nothing stupid.
De Ligt's at the back
If
post.
Bruno does anything dumb,
Ganacho finish at the back post once De Ligt.
he's there.
Yeah, De Ligt's at the back post. He's going to clip it to the back post and then a pass across.
Oh, where's Casemiro when you need him?
Look, there he is.
Don't be offside. No one be offside.
Just get it into the space. That's it. Win this header. No.
Game over.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Ref's got the whistle in his mouth. Man United 0, Crystal Palace 0.
Yeah.
It's annoying, man. Annoying. There was enough there to win that game. Dean Henderson's all smiles and this, that, and the other. He gets the man of the match award. Onana, he saved us there. The substitutions didn't work. They killed us, really.
Yeah.
Look, there's one thing the manager making subs to try and impact the game. The substitutions have to take some accountability too. Rashford didn't come on, do enough. Ugarte didn't really change the game. Rasmus, don't get me wrong, is been out for ages. But yeah, it wasn't in the end. It wasn't good enough.
It really wasn't. I mean, you got Xerxes who's connecting the play, and Rasmus who's a little bit a different type of a player, but we didn't even get to see him that much, especially when he was forcing the long passes. They weren't even good quality passes. The long passes that we're doing, Onana, Bruno, even Mazwari at times, just weren't good enough. Even Ugarte as well. Ten Hag got the subs wrong for sure. And then the second half just looked like we died a little bit in terms of just the impetus, the tempo of the passing. Those spells, especially in that first half, we need to capitalize on them. We are creating. It's just where's the goals going to come from? I think you got to start Rashi, and I think he's learned that maybe Ten Hag. You maybe have to start Rashi because it doesn't look like he's involved. It doesn't, especially up front as well, which is weird. Against Barnsley, he was up front. He started up front.
Yeah.
So you would think maybe that's where he's gonna try and get himself in on the end of chances and try and affect the game. Even on left, he weren't that good. I don't know. I think maybe he should have made a change at half time. I was really looking at it that first half, and I thought to myself, wait, what do you change? I know maybe a Mason Mount. We were calling for Mason Mount at one point, but I don't know. It's upsetting.
Yeah, it does feel a bit upsetting. It's a bit annoying. What are you saying on this, Minna? Because they're going to clap the away fans there, rightly so. It wasn't a terrible performance, but yeah, annoying.
I'm disappointed. I'm actually quite disappointed. And the positive is a point, but I feel like it's 2 points dropped. I don't feel like it is a point gained away from home, given the fact that United under Ten Hag, I think we've got like a equal record of losses to wins. So I get that, but in terms of the way that I don't think United even half replicated what they did in the first half in the second half. And I think that's the biggest difference. We kind of in the second half, we let Palace kind of come out of the blocks a lot more hotter, a lot more quicker. And I think actually Palace changed their shape in the second half, which Man United at times looked like they struggle with. Yeah, for me, it's disappointed. It's disappointing. And for me, the subs ruined the fucking game. Excuse my language. Shit, I just swore again. The subs ruined it. Like, I think once you took Xerxes off, completely changed the way Man United were building up, or in other words, how they were failing to build up. For me, you want to bring Rashford on to impact the game, fine. You want to play him through the middle, okay, fine. Take Bruno off. I think Bruno, for me, was the biggest issue in today's performance. He was the biggest issue. He didn't really I wouldn't say that he created like direct opportunities for Palace to capitalize on, but it's just the sloppiness in his possession and his passes. It's a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. And if your job is to be in the 10 and play in congested positions and play that quick pass and play the right pass, you can't do stuff like this in a game like today. Like you can't do it. So taking off all of your best creators in the game to walk away with 1 point from Selhurst Park, that doesn't accurately reflect what the result should have been.
Yeah, very annoying. Take Your Profit says, shut up, Marcel. You and Bruno. And it was shut up. Joe Fleming says, pisses me off how he never takes Bruno off so long.
Yeah.
I mean, took him off against Brighton for McTominay, and we all went, oh, why has he done that?
Yeah.
But yeah.
His in-game management's been off. It's just he's making poor decisions. Brighton game, changed the flow of the game, the subs. Everyone got a bit erratic. This one, same thing. Liverpool, everyone was a bit upset that eventually takes off Cass and then puts Kobe in the same position scenarios as Cass. It's just not been brilliant so far. He hasn't got the Midas touch. In the first season, out of the three, he was good at the subs and in-game substitutions. But today it's just been poor, man.
Shyam says, I don't like these players greeting Henderson and smiling after that shit show, especially Bruno and Mainu doing it.
Yeah, now Mainu, I get it because academy boy, he's probably been there as long as Henderson has. But yeah, I miss the days when they don't like Phil Neville, Gary Neville, Phil Neville used to they never used to chat to each other in the tunnel.
Crazy.
Bring that back.
Yeah, I've given up kind of getting vexed at players doing that.
Yeah,
talking
times have changed.
Like this is what they do now, isn't it, man? This is the modern day. This is football in 2024. You know what I mean? Super chat here from Nathan says. Nathan firstly says. Because there's two different Nathans. Nathaniel says, should I say, this game has placed me firmly on the Eric Ten Hag fence.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that a bit strong? Is this all on? I don't know. We need to talk. We'll talk about it. Nathaniel says, Nathan says, we won't succeed under Eric Ten Hag. We don't score enough goals for all the domination. If this is Arsenal or Liverpool, it's 3-0 at least. No urgency in the second half. And Riri says, this man needs to pull the trigger and bring Bruno off when he is stinking up the joint. Eminem says, game was on a downturn when the subs came on. Defo seems like the manager's decision to slow the game. And at the end, no urgency, poor.
I agree with that. I agree with that last point.
Yeah, I do 100% agree with that. Everything else at the beginning was fine. We were creating chances, doing it in the right way. As soon as Ten Hag has tried to influence the game in a positive way by bringing on subs, we got worse. And as we say, as a manager, you live and die by your decisions. You live and die by your subs. And I think we all agree in it, man. Like the subs changed the performance, but in a negative way.
I actually think Ten Hag made those changes to take the sting out of the game, because he's going to come out after the game in his press conference or post-match comments. He's going to talk about XG. He's going to talk about the first half, creating chances, and then he's going to talk about getting a point away from home. That is a good result for Manchester United. I actually do agree with one of the super chats where Ten Hag's substitutions, it took the sting out of the game. Essentially, if you are, in my opinion, if that performance, you're seeing the way that Xerxes linking up Garnacho, Ahmad, Ericsson on the ball was better than Bruno today.
Yes.
So if you see all of that and you think, oh, let me take off Ericsson, let me take off Xerxes, and let me take off Ahmad, and you're going more pragmatic, and you're telling or giving instructions to kind of sit off and in the last 5 or so minutes just go slow, you want the point, you're happy with the point. And in one way, I understand that, because Eric Ten Hag has struggled away from home and he's struggled at Selhurst Park. But in a performance today where in the first half United were, by far, it was the best away performance I've seen under Ten Hag for the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You need to capitalise on that. And as a manager, I think it's your responsibility to make those substitutions that allow you to kind of capitalise on what you built earlier in the game. In the second half, like in comparison to the first half, it was a tale of 2 halves, I think, especially for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, for me, we were actually lucky with them chances that fell to Eze in particular, and Onana makes a big save. Dean Henderson didn't have a lot to do, let's be honest. In the second half, he didn't have that much to do. So for me, I'm questioning Eric Ten Hag's substitutions. I'm really, really questioning it.